Brown Girl family. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girl Boss. Welcome to the replay for those of you who are tuning into the replay, and welcome to the live for those of you who are here for the live. Y'all, I need you to go ahead and start introducing yourselves in the comments. Hey! Introduce yourselves in the comments. Let me know where you are watching from. Also, let me know if this is your very first time hanging out with me on Brown Girl Boss. I love to celebrate first timers, love to celebrate all of you all that are here joining us. Okay, so I see a couple of you all in here. So I see one of my Mexican connection sisters, Sandra, is in here streaming from Playa del Carmen. So excited to have you with me tonight. I also have Kim is here. Oh, I'm so glad you found us, Kim. Oh my goodness. Honey, you are in the right place. Okay, we are excited to have you. Also, Carrie Ann, hello, welcome to the party. Can y'all not hear me? Tell me. Am I low? Let me make sure my mic, or am I too loud? Tell me what's going on, y'all, so I can make sure that that you can hear me, but that I'm not too loud, because I be getting excited, child. Listen. So let me know. Thank you, Carrie Ann. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. So. Hey, Sherry. Awesome. Perfect. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Okay, so I'm excited about tonight's show, y'all. I don't know if y'all know what the show is about, but we are talking about faith and fitness tonight. All right, and where those two come together and where they align, honey. So this is what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to pause right now. I need you to share the broadcast on your page, and I need you to tag at least 3 people to come and join us tonight. If you have ever had any type of fitness journey, we need people in here, okay? Because we have to talk about how to do this, this whole fitness and health thing and all that kind of stuff, right? But making it achievable for all of us. So if you will go ahead and do that for me right now, pause, share the broadcast, and tag some of your friends. All right, we got new Tampa is here in the house. Welcome. Tampa is my old stomping grounds. I was actually just down there when Hurricane Ian hit, and Tampa was spared. So Sherry, I'm so glad that you are able to be with us. Also have someone in from Chicago. That is one of my favorite cities now. Absolutely love Chicago. So welcome to the party. All right. So you're probably asking yourself, ma'am, what is this that we are watching? Who are you? What is going on? So let me tell you. Good evening and welcome to BBG TV Brown Girl Boss. This is our virtual platform that allows us to connect with other like-minded women who are on a mission to live their very best lives. We come to you weekly with programming that will challenge and inspire you and get the conversation going to connect with other beautiful brown girls. My name is Kimberland. I am an educator. I'm an educational consultant. I am a model. I'm an actor. I'm an author. I'm a life coach. And tonight I am your host for Brown Girl Boss. My feet, y'all, are currently planted back in Mexico City, Mexico. Ooh, child. I've been in the States for the past few weeks, and honey, I'm gonna have to do a whole nother thing over on my Instagram, child, to tell y'all about what it was like. But I am so glad to be back here in Mexico City, and I'm super excited to be here with you all tonight for this episode of Brown Girl Boss. Okay. So once again, if you have not already done so, I need you to go ahead and introduce yourself in the comments. Please let me know where you are watching from. Also, let me know if this is your very first time hanging out on BBG TV or on Brown Girl Boss. If you haven't done so already, share the broadcast, tag some of your friends. I see y'all tagging people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Getting them in here so that we can get everything popping. All right. So I have a question. Oh, hold on before I ask my question, y'all. We got a first timer. So welcome, Amanda. This is her first time here from Charlotte. You get spirit fingers today, Amanda. So excited to be here. This is Kim's first time as well from Maryland. Apparently, I'm like varying these dances here, but welcome, welcome, welcome. So excited to have you. So excited that you are joining us. Carrie Ann, child, it's your first time too. Yes, for the first timers. So excited to have y'all. This is going to be a fun time and well worth your time. So I'm going to tell you, go ahead and make sure that you have something to write with. If you like take copious notes and all of those things, make sure that you have something to write with. Also, make sure that you've tagged your people, right? So that they can get in here. I also want to make sure, just that I give you a little bit of background about Beautiful Brown Girls. You may be new to Beautiful Brown Girls altogether. So one of the things that I want you to know about Beautiful Brown Girls is everything that we do here centers on sisterhood, support, and self-care. We thrive on creating authentic friendships and relationships. So when I ask you all to introduce yourselves in the comments, the reason I ask is because a lot of you will find your very next best friend there in the comments, or you'll find your people, right? So I love when we have people that are in the same areas and you all are able to connect. The Tracy's first time as well working. All right. Girl, hopefully you got your earbud in. All right. But yes, Tracy is here hanging out with us. So super excited to have you. Okay. So the first thing I said I had a question that I wanted to ask y'all. So the question that I wanted to ask is, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to your fitness journey? What is your biggest challenge when it comes to your fitness journey? If you will go ahead and drop that into the comments for me, I am going to share the broadcast over on my page as well, because I want to make sure my people get in here. So give me just a second. Honey, because listen, and y'all better have y'all questions ready, because I'm going to get my questions answered, okay? I'm a volunteer as tribute tonight to have this conversation. But y'all going to need to make sure that y'all ask some good questions, all right? So that we can make sure we are meeting everyone where they need to be. All right, cool beans. So I just shared on my page. Let me see what y'all said here. All right. Oh, Hampton, Virginia is in the house. Excited to have you, Ayadel. Super, super excited. Okay, biggest challenge when it comes to your fitness journey. Food. My knees, Lord, I can relate. Overeating the wrong food, being self-motivated, remaining consistent through daily life challenges, for sure. Another first timer here is Sharnina. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. First time being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Paute. All right. And being consistent is Sharnina's biggest challenge. We also have Ashley is here from North Carolina. First time. Y'all first time is getting in here. I'm so excited. Okay. So Ashley said eating right is the challenge, knowing what to eat and staying on top of it. All right. And one more shout out for our first timer, Amanda. First timer. Okay. All right, y'all. If you haven't dropped this in the comments already, go ahead and drop that for me. Again, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to your fitness journey? Let me tell y'all about who we have with us tonight, okay? So tonight we have with us Coach Caprice. She's an award-winning entrepreneur, dynamic speaker, and author who's committed to making sure nothing gets in the way of wellness through faith, fitness, and nutrition. Having faced multiple tragic car accidents that led to her developing epilepsy and retrograde amnesia, all by the age of 19, Caprice embodies strength and hope. She decided to begin helping others by founding Excuse Free Fitness. Through keynote speeches, online training, and wellness workshops, Caprice has been captivating audiences across the globe with her unique story and her infectious energy for 8 years now. Y'all, her Instagram tag says teaching female leaders how to release physical and emotional weight through faith and fitness without dieting. Baby, I have questions. Okay. So y'all, I want y'all to go ahead and welcome Caprice and Coach Caprice in the comments, y'all. Hey there, beautiful. How are you?
Oh, I feel good. Hey, hey. Thank you for the welcome.
So excited to have you on. So I don't know if you were able to see some of the ladies' responses in the comments about what their biggest challenge has been when it comes to fitness and all the things fitness, right? We got a lot of folks talking about food, consistency, being motivated, right? And all of those things. So I'm just kind of let that marinate in your spirit, right? You know, and
I see it. Yeah.
Okay. So my first question, Coach Caprice, if you will start off by sharing with us how you got into the faith and fitness business.
I love this. So, I mean, because I'm going to try to keep it short like me, because this answer could be longer than CVS receipts, okay? So I'm gonna do my best. So here's what I know. I just know that sometimes, we have this house, and sometimes we can have this White House, like that one auntie that, like, they got that room, and it's like, okay, well, you can go in every room except for this room. And we treat our wellness like that. Like, the kitchen is your finances, the basement is your relationships, and then the attic is your wellness. We'd be like, okay, God, bless everything, but then I'm not going to go to you about my wellness. Why not? So I was like, okay, I need you to, I want to invite God into every single room in my house. I need to invite God into my wellness. And so sometimes people look at me and say, well, how did you start talking about faith and fitness, but you've never been overweight a day in your life? So, but to me, I was overweight with shame. I was overweight with bitterness, regret, unforgiveness, and all the things. And so I felt 400 pounds in the spirit. But even though I might have been 120 on the scale, but it's just like, so I had to get rid of the emotional weight. And although I didn't have to get rid of physical pounds, we can't underestimate how much emotional weight will weigh you down. And so marrying faith and fitness is so much more than praying to God when you shaking 30 seconds into a plank. Hold me up, Jesus.
Coach Caprice, why you in my business, girl? Listen.
I gotta come down your block. I gotta come walk on your street real quick. I gotta come in your living room. Okay, I gotta do that real fast. But so what's important is that we understand that faith and fitness has been like, okay, God, show me the speck in my own eye. Put a magnifying glass on me and tell me why I don't have any self-control. Like, why do I buy this spring mix and I don't eat it? Is it because it's nasty, or is it because I believe that I'm not going to do it? Why do I pay for this gym membership every single month and I don't go? Is it because I don't like the people there? Is it because I'm afraid of monkeypox and coronavirus? Or is it because I am afraid of my own success? Or is it because I'm afraid of failure? Is it because I need to pray to put on the garment of self-control today? Like, what is it? So I need to ask God to come into every room in my house, not just to bless my finances, not just to pray for my cousin because he got a bad, report from the doctor. I need more.
Yeah.
I need more. I need to create a clean heart in me. I need to deafen my ears to all of the negativity that's telling me that I can't do it just because I might have gained weight and lost it and then gained it back. So now I have to get rid of the shame that's telling me that I won't be able to do this again. So faith and fitness is just so much more. And so I don't want to just help somebody lose weight. I want to help them release it because I don't want you to find it again. I want you, I'll help you find your keys if you get lost in the parking garage. But I don't want you to just lose weight. I want you to release it and also lose the weight of fear, the weight of other people's opinions, like lose the weight of rejection, like lose all those things. But let's release, the weight that's holding you back. That's you stuck every day. That's why I faith and fitness, because we really have to combine it, because I want God in every room in my house.
Yes. Yo, I'm sitting here like Coach Caprice done came out swinging. I don't know if
I'm about to run around this room, but it's
listen.
It's okay.
Girl, wait a minute. Hey, y'all, listen. Hey, y'all, buckle up, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Just because I'm over here, I done got, just in these first 5 minutes that you've been sitting here talking, I done got goosebumps. I'm being like, girl, get out my business. Like, girl, ooh, child. Okay, let me compose myself, honey, because let me say something, Coach Caprice. Okay, so let's back up just a bit to this emotional weight, right, that you're talking about, right? Because you said, people out here like, how you talking to people about weight, child, and you ain't overweight. I felt you when you said that you were carrying these weights of shame, of guilt, of other people's opinions, like all of these things that are burdens that we carry on our back. Honey, talk to us. How do we, I guess, first identify what they are? How do we identify what those burdens are?
Ooh, this is my favorite because it's a method that I've created called reveal, release, repeat. So many times when we want a transformation, we want to just be like, supernatural, God, just do it for me. Yes. We want to just take it we want to just weigh it down because, we understand the concept that if I cast my cares on you, like that's it. Cause hey, you said that I get to be, I'm gonna feel light as a feather. Right. Yeah. But we have to, in order to get rid of something, in order to be transformed, we have to understand what's actually weighing us down. So we have to reveal what's weighing us down. So we have to pray for the understanding. We have to get eyes to see what's weighing us down. So is it the weight of unforgiveness, right? Because unforgiveness can make you sick.
Yeah, you sure enough right about that.
Unforgiveness can make you sick. So we have to reveal what's weighing you down, and then you have to release it to God. Then you have to literally like say, hey, I'm giving this back to you because you're not a man that you should lie, And then you repeat it. So once you get an understanding of what's actually weighing you down, whether it's unforgiveness, whether it's bitterness, because, like you tried something before and it didn't work. Please, quotations around didn't work, because sometimes like maybe it really didn't work, the coach or like the program. But there's other times where it actually could have worked, but you didn't put enough effort into it. And you are mad at yourself, but you don't want to be honest about it. And so now that bitterness and that resentment leads to shame, because you're upset with yourself, you're upset with the program, you're upset with the coach, you're upset with the trainer, you're upset with the facility, and then you give up on exercising altogether. And then maybe, you're feeling like, well, I'm too old, or it's too late for me. Now I've got arthritis. Now I have this sciatic pain going down on the right. Now, I can't do this and I can't do that. So we have to reveal what it is that's keeping you stuck, that's keeping you bound. What is this stronghold? What lie are you telling yourself? So we start with the reveal. And so then, and in this stage also, we say, you're going to have to remind yourself of who you are and who you are. Because I don't really care what anyone has spoken over you or the lie that you've spoken over yourself. What does God say about you? That you are an overcomer, that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, right? That's like nothing that you can do can separate you from the love of God. And so then you start to release, and every single day, new grace, new mercy, new unfailing love, you begin to start walking it out. And faith is a verb, it's an action.
Yes.
And so the faith that you have is faith is the utmost confidence and belief in someone or something. So God loves you. Right. God, you have faith, and I have faith in this bar stool right now that I'm not gonna fall.
Right.
I don't keep it every 3 seconds. Like, hold on now. Give me hey, give me a second. I gotta see if this is gonna hold me up.
Right.
You have faith. I have faith in this bar stool, and I have faith in God that I'm going to wake up in the morning. I have faith in. And so, but you have to have faith in the process, have faith in who you are going to become. You're going to become a more dedicated person. You're going to become a more disciplined person. You're going to become a stronger willed person. And so, like, you release that, you release who you were, you release you rebuke all of anything that, like, the laziness, whatever it is, and then you repeat it. Right. So you repeat, because success leaves clues. Okay. So if you start to lose a little weight, right? Like, maybe you start to lose 5 pounds, and, your doctor takes you off blood pressure medication, or you start to get more energy. Okay. Or you start to feel a little less pain in your ankles, or you start to feel a little less brain fog, and you can concentrate in your meetings, this is victories that nobody can buy. And so everything that you did to get to this victory, you have to keep doing. There's a song by Elevation Worship, Stephen Furtick. It's called "Do It Again." You got to do it again, sis. You got to do it again. Like, you have to do it again. So you got to drink that water again tomorrow. You got to, because there's another example that I love to say is, so if you don't take a shower every day, you won't stay clean. You can't depend on that shower from yesterday. Like, if you I'm just saying, okay? Like, if you're brushing your teeth, like, let me tell you something. I can't leave my house without brushing my teeth, because I brushed my teeth yesterday. I got to brush my teeth again. Like, I read the word, and it washes me and I meditate on the word. I got to read it again tomorrow, And so, scientifically speaking, because I'm a very, logical person in this season of my life. And so I understand that nutrients only last in the body for a certain amount of hours. So my body is like, oh, this is good. Thank you. And then 6 to 8 hours later, it's like, thanks. Can you eat again though?
Right. Can I get some more, please?
Now, Caprice, I appreciate this. I imagine that, like, my stomach is like talking to me, and it's like, that was really good. Thank you for that, for them vitamins. But that was some nice protein just now. Are you gonna feed me again? Because it only lasts so long, So do it again. Repeat it again. So in order for me to sustain you in the way that you would like me to, I need you to do it again. So remember when you went to that last storm and you worshiped your way out of it? Do it again. Like, you remember that? Do it again, because success leaves clues, but failure does too. So if you got to a certain amount of success in September and you were like, wow, God, this was phenomenal, do it again.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science. I want you to do it again. And so,
Mm.
but there's also something that like if and it got you closer to your goal, maybe your goal was to just maintain your current level of health. You want to be on the opposite side of, stroke, diabetes, cancer, being at risk for cardiovascular disease. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
if you were doing certain things, maybe you were taking a walk every morning, maybe you were doing strength training on Sundays and you were doing Pilates on Tuesdays, and you were feeling really good. You could touch your toes, like you don't feel anything in your chest. Do that again in October. Or,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe there are some certain habits that, you know what, I don't like that. I don't think I should be doing this. This doesn't make me feel the best. It makes me feel a little tick in my eye. Makes me feel a little stressed out at the end of the day. Maybe it's that second cup of caffeine. Maybe let's do a little bit less of that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Mm-hmm.
let's add a little bit more color, and I'll do that again. So the reveal, release, repeat. It allows us to. It's like a process. It's a set of strategies. I coach phenomenal, just like driven, highly successful leaders. They understand SOPs. They
Mm-hmm.
understand, where everything is in order. We serve a God of order,
Correct.
So you get your health in order. If you the same way that you deal with your team, the same way that you deal,
Mm.
because you might not have tiny humans. That's what I call kids.
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
might you might not have, you might not be leading, children, but you're leading somebody. But before
Mm-hmm.
you lead anybody else, you have to lead yourself. So we have to start by revealing what it is that's weighing you down, and then we release it back to God, and then we repeat whatever He told you to do. You repeat
Do
it.
that. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do.
Wow, I love that. And I want to dig deeper into that. And I also want to volunteer as tribute, because I believe that there is power in the collective agreement, right? So as we are all collectively on this call, on this show, those who are going to be watching the replay and everything, that there's power in actually naming what those things are that may have kept us stuck, right? Uh-oh. It is storming outside. Can y'all still hear me? Let me know in the comments if you can still hear me. I don't know if y'all can hear this thunder outside, honey, but it is coming down. Hold on one second. Okay, thank you, Grant. Okay. Okay, so let me ask my question. I don't know. I think Coach Caprice might be frozen. So let me bring her down for just a second. Okay, so let me ask my question, y'all. And I'm going to volunteer, like I said, as tribute to name what the burdens are that are keeping us stuck. So I would like for you to, in the comments, if you are so brave, to name what those burdens are, right? And who was that? Thank y'all for letting me know you hear me. Elise, I'm going to get to your question in just a second when Coach Caprice gets back. I think she got kicked off. So in the comments, if you will, name what the burdens are that you feel are keeping you stuck in a place, maybe of feeling very cyclical in your fitness journey, whether that be actually losing weight or whether that be actually just making good choices every day, right? So go ahead and name those things in the comments for me. And I'm going to name what mine are. So some of the things that keep me stuck that you called out, Coach Caprice, are this level of shame and hopelessness, like this combination of those two things, right? So, we go into the boxes of pictures and we look at, I tell people all the time, I did not take advantage of my 20-year-old body like I should have, because I really should have been out in these streets, like, because honey, like, but I thought I was fat, right? So that's another thing of the word curses that have been spoken over me is something that in the back of my head continues to be, girl, I don't even know why you're trying to do this. And now you got this issue, and now you got that issue. And like it's insurmountable, right? Jennifer said lack of motivation, right? How do yes, I did it yesterday and I'm trying to do it today, but I ain't got no motivation to do it. Or Carrie Ann said the lack of self-control. How do I actually get over that? Ashley says self-doubt, right? So talk to us. Sharnina said being consistent after 30 days. So having a really good start, but then falling off. So we are in this space where we're aware, right, of what those things are. And as you said, with your plan of reveal, release and repeat, right? We know what the things are. Okay, they've been revealed. So we want to submit those, we want to release those, and we want to repeat that. But what we supposed to do when like, girl, I'm trying, but like I said I was gonna walk to the park every day. It's raining today, so I'm not going to the park. So now that turns into, oh, it's a rainy season. I'm talking about me right now. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about me, right? So it's a rainy season, right? So now I ain't been to the park for a week, right? Like then it's like, oh well, never mind. I just won't go somewhere. Like, what is the practical way to kick ourselves out of that space where we're living in a mindset of I can't do it? Like, how do we actually get past that?
So I honestly think that there's two ways, right? So I think that the one is to eliminate the all or nothing mentality. So because like it's honestly like a psychological study that they have been doing, for a long time, actually. Like it isn't something new in fitness at all. Like this is something, that they've been doing a lot of research on. But the all or nothing mentality is just like where life is kind of black and white.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, okay, well, if I didn't do it Monday, I should start next Monday. Right? So
because Mondays are magical, right? That's what the internet said.
It's the magic in the Mondays. And so what I think is that, I mean, and it's crazy because I just did a video on this. So what I think is to increase your consistency on this, it's like, where is your backup? Like, how are you going to stay flexible but committed? So the first thing is like, if it's raining outside, you can work out inside. If there's like, acts of God where it's just like a tornado, or it's just a thunderstorm, stuff like that. Well, tornado is pretty dangerous. But like the thunderstorm, but like, but like be committed, meaning like, okay, well, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to work out at 6 a.m., right? Because one, you have to insert your goals. Like we can't just wing it. Because if we wing it, it's going to be like, okay, well, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but then Monday is going to come around and it's like, you didn't do it. So putting the time there, because like everything else is on your calendar with the time, the dentist, your meeting,
right.
the doctor, the conference call, all those things. So if you put it at 6 a.m. and then something happens at 6 a.m., then why can't we move it to 6 p.m. and move the TV show to tomorrow? So if we can't go outside, why can't we do something inside? Because I know you got a yoga mat, I know you got a resistance band, or if you don't have a resistance band, that's totally fine. But like, let's commit, let's give 30 minutes to yourself. I used to have this hashtag that I created with my community. I got 30 minutes for me. I got 30 minutes for me. I got 30 minutes for me. And the better question is, if you don't, like, why don't you have 30 minutes for you? And so now the other side of that is, so besides the like, the all nothing mentality, and it's like, okay, if you're not going to go outside, do it inside. The other one is like, what do you like to do? Like, what do you really like to do? Do you love to dance?
That
Okay.
was me, girl. You read my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you love Pilates? Do you love to box? Okay. Like, do you love yoga? Do you love strength training? So let me say this. Let me start here. I am a fat loss specialist, and I am a huge cheerleader for strength training. Like, I'm a scream strength training to the top of my lungs. Okay. And then right underneath that is going to be walking. And right underneath that is going to be Pilates. Why? Because walking is incredibly underrated. Incredibly underrated. It's like my one-on-one time with God. You get to be outside and get the vitamin D. You get to see the trees. It's phenomenal for your mental health and your overall health, right? Environmental self-care, physical self-care, social self-care. It's just wow. Psychological self-care. Wow. Right. And then Pilates, because it strengthens your core, it strengthens your legs, your upper body at the same time. And then strength training, because it protects your bones, and it increases your muscle mass and burns fat at the same time. And it's just overall allows you, especially for women, because it decreases your chance of osteoporosis and all the things, right? But you could do it anywhere. You could do it from your basement, you live in your backyard, at the gym. Okay. You don't need many things. So the first one would be like outside or inside. The second one is like, what do you really like to do? Like, what could you do, and if you just had 20 minutes in a really bomb playlist? Like, what if it's like so fire and it's like, okay, I got 20 minutes, but like, if I got 30 minutes for me, I can do that.
I love
for
that.
me. But like, the question would be, is just like, what am I saying yes to that is causing me to say no to myself? Like, I'm not the person that feels like you should hate your workouts. Like, I think that like there are some things that like, okay, you got to do your bicep curls. You got to do a plank, like, because there are fundamental exercises that help you stay strong, but you don't got to do no burpees. If you don't want to do mountain climbers, you don't have to do mountain climbers.
I don't like them. They make me sad in my spirit.
You just don't have to do that. Okay. But what I will say is, with the motivation, is what really helped me, especially like, with my illness and all the things, is that like the only time I don't move my body, and we may get to this, I'm not sure, is if I'm physically sick, or is if I'm reminding myself that rest is productive. Because when I sleep, like, my cells are, regenerating, my brain is restoring, you know what I'm saying? My body is coming out of fight or flight mode, but I'm not making the excuse that I'm giving myself grace. You know what I mean? Like, it's not an excuse. That's a reason, because I've had full transparency. I just felt like it's my superpower. I've had a season where it's like, oh, I'm just giving myself grace, girl. And it was I was talking myself out of doing what I needed to do. But right. I mean, I don't know if anybody can relate, but it's just that was really my narrative. But now I've learned that self-care is not just for Saturday. Self-care is for every single day. And then why? Because every day I should be taking care of myself every day. But working, being obsessed with working out and being obsessed with my physique isn't in alignment with isn't in alignment with proper wellness. Proper wellness is ensuring that I am, preserving my body, is ensuring that, okay, as long as I'm, taking care of myself at least 3 to 4 times a week with like strength training, I need to work out 7 days a week. I don't need to work out 6 days a week. I need to move my body at least 150 minutes every single week. And that can be broken down with 3 to 4 days of strength training. I don't need that much. So hopefully that helps. Because if I choose discipline and being like, okay, well, I'm a woman of my word. So if I told myself I was going to do something, I'm the one that have to do it. I'm the one that has to look in the mirror every day. I'm the one that has to go to bed knowing that, like, I said I was going to do that and I didn't do it. So me choosing, like, I have to put, action and then getting the result, and then motivation. So sometimes we feel like, okay, if I'm motivated, then I'll do it, and then I'll get results.
Right.
Because
That ain't how
it
it
seems like
works.
that makes sense. It seems like that makes sense. It does. I mean, I've been doing this a little bit. So it's like, but what really helps is if I do it, then I'll get results, and then I'll be motivated
I'm really
to keep
motivated.
going because I'm getting results. So, but we have to decide, like, what is the value that I'm getting out of it? Like, instead of, because like, I used to just want to be slim and trim like a bicycle rim, you know? It was like, I got so many more of those. Stick around. But like now, it's just like, okay, one of my nephews, he's 10, and he's like, my auntie Prissy can beat you in a race. And I'm like, there is no way that I'm not gonna win now. I'm a professional auntie. So like I gotta win. I gotta stay in shape because my nephew, how many people has he told?
Right. This is your name on the line here.
Right. But like, in all seriousness, my true value, like underlying value for me continuing to exercise, is because when I couldn't walk, it was like that's all I wanted to do. Was I just wanted to walk. And now, if that were to ever be taken away from me again, I believe that that's all that I would want to do is exercise. And now you can't get me to still. And so, and my second reason, the value tree of me wanting to stay healthy. So this is what I do with like my clients, anybody that I encounter, anybody that'll listen, is like, why do you actually work out? Because of course the aesthetics, we all want to look good. I'm not gonna just, lie on this stream and say I exercise to look good. Girl, of course I do. But I really exercise because I don't want to be in my 60s and then my twin and my aunts and my family is just, they're taking care of me in a way that they didn't have to. I don't want to be a burden to them in my 60s because I didn't do what I was supposed to do in my 20s and 30s. And so our Black and brown community, like there's so many of us dying incredibly too young because of preventable illnesses, and this is what gets me up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That keeps me up, to trying to find a way to articulate the importance of eating vegetables and drinking water and going to bed and practicing self-care and stressing less and all the things. Because not just because diabetes is running rampant and heart disease and all this stuff, it's just because what can we do now? Like what can we do in our 30s and in our 40s so we're not feet off and having preventable surgeries? So like what is the value? Like what is the intrinsic value? Because extrinsic value is like, your doctor, like if you don't lose 15 pounds, I'm about to put you on more medication. If you don't do this, you may not see your grandkids grow up. You won't see them get married, But this value that helps me be like, I don't want to do that. Because I will literally have the keys in my hand, about to go to the gym. And it's like, I don't want to go do this. 5 minutes later, I'm going to go do it. I'm searching for a playlist and saying audibly out of my mouth, I don't want to do this. But it's like something is pulling at me because I have it like there. I don't want to be a burden.
Yeah, you have a strong why of why you're doing this and what is motivating you. And so there's a lot. I'm like, there were so many things.
There's a lot.
But one of the things that I did want to center in on is what you just talked about with motivation. So because as an educator, I train teachers, right? So when I'm talking to teachers, I explain to them, because a lot of times they'll say things like, oh, kids just don't care, and they don't, whatever. And I'll say to them, I do not believe in my heart of hearts that any child wakes up and says, I want to fail. I do not believe that, right? So then the question has to be, Why isn't the motivation there? So motivation is comprised of value and expectancy. How much do I value the results that I'm going to get? And do I expect that I'm going to be successful? But if either of those values are zero, then your product is going to be zero. So if you think of it like an equation, like motivation equals value times expectancy, if either of those is zero, you don't have any motivation. So what you just helped me to think through goes back to something you mentioned in the beginning about this all or nothing mentality. Because I think that my expectancy was centered in this all or nothing. Like, can I make the transition tomorrow to be vegan? Like tomorrow, cold turkey, like done. I got to go in, work it. I got to be running tomorrow. Like, I got to be doing all these things, as opposed to appreciating and intentionally making choices along the way that are going to give me long-term results. So instead of me grabbing my cheese and caramel popcorn that I just had yesterday, I could have grabbed some apple slices or some watermelon. Right. So it's like, that is not, I might have ate like trash the rest of the day, but if I made that good choice, then now I can appreciate that. And like you said, repeat it the next time that I encounter that choice. But I really feel like there are so many of us that have been in this bondage of thinking we have to have it all together. Like everything has to, like we gotta be an aerobic star tomorrow, when no, go take a walk. Right. Like, or if you can't walk, like something I've said to myself, and I've been very transparent too, that I live with anxiety and depression. And it's been very new to me, right, to even be in that space. But on the days where things are really, really hard for me, I'll ask myself, what is my body asking for right now? Usually my body is asking for me to stretch, right? So then I'll just stretch. Well, then the stretching then leads to, I like to dance, right? So maybe now I'm moving, right? So I'm not doing a lot, but I'm doing something, right? And then, for instance, one of my favorite songs right now is Beyonce's Church Girl, Drop It Like a Thotty. Like, I don't know, I just be here for it. Sometimes you just need to, but it gets me in a place where I'm like, ow, right? So now I forgot that I didn't even want to get up and do anything. I gave my body the opportunity to stretch, and now I'm moving. So I think if we can really let go of that, of I guess of our expectations of what it's supposed to look like, or I mean, like, yeah. Like, because I'm like, there's just so much when it comes to fitness and the narratives that we've gotten about it that makes it feel insurmountable. And it's just like, I ain't gonna never be running no marathons. That is not my goal in life. I ain't trying to do it, right? So my motivation for that is very low. But if you talk about, do I want to live? Yeah, I would like to, please and thank you.
Yeah.
I
want to be
like,
yeah. I want to be the auntie that's like 90 in the park doing yoga.
Yeah.
But I don't want to run a marathon. I mean, I've never. But then, like, sometimes it's like, we've heard it. Comparison is a thief of joy. But what I've learned is, like, the more I keep my eyes on my own mat, I realized that, like, what she lifts won't make me strong. Salad ain't gonna make me full. Like, so it's just like, it helps me. Like, I can be inspired by what you've accomplished in 90 days, but like, I can't allow it to become envy, Right. So I rebuke the spirit of jealousy. I rebuke the spirit of envy, but like, I'm about to clap for you though, because you look great. That's when I know that you lift that much weight. But I tore a meniscus.
Right. But you know what I appreciate too that you just did, and that you've been saying like this whole time, is to name those things. Yes. Right. Name the things that are holding me back. Name in that moment just now where you were like, I'm looking at somebody else's thing. I feel this spirit of jealousy or envy coming up, rebuking that, and then naming something else. So we did have a question earlier that I wanted to get to, because we have some folks who are not necessarily religious or connected to spirituality, right? Don't necessarily have a strong faith belief, or they believe in something other than God. What advice do you have for folks who are not religious but still want to make this change?
What is the change that they are wanting to make? Is it to increase their confidence in themselves? Is it to go on a healthier journey? Can I have some clarity on that part?
I don't know. So the change might be
So-
any of those things, right? So the change might be that, I want to actually look and feel better. The change might be that,
I got you.
I want to show up differently.
Yeah. So I think we're probably on the same track. So to what you said before, oh, absolutely. So to what you said before, one, calling those things what they are is so imperative, because we cannot heal what we don't confront. Like we can't just be putting band-aids over something that needs open heart surgery, because we just gonna be out here bleeding and then just pretending everything is all right. And it's like we should slow down a little bit and just like call it what it is, write it down, journal it, and then exhaust that answer. And so as you're on your healthier journey, what I want you to do, and it might sound kind of cheesy, but you're kind of gonna just create a vision map of like yourself, and it's like a vision map of your values and the person that you want to become. But you're literally already this person. But you're going to start creating healthier habits and stacking healthier habits until they stick, right? So we've heard before that it takes 21 days to make or break a habit, but it actually takes 63 to 66 days. So I want you to give yourself grace in this process. So what you're going to do is just like, many people, they understand manifestation and just like writing down what you'd like to achieve, whether it's, your dream city or your dream car, your dream income, your lifestyle. But when it comes to your healthier lifestyle, I want you to, just start with just your day. Like, do you envision yourself drinking smoothies every morning? Or, do you make your own smoothie? Do you have a meal prep company that delivers your food every Friday? And then, you keep it in the fridge, or do they deliver it every Friday and Wednesday, what have you? And then, so like, what does this look like for you? Do you journal on your balcony every afternoon? Do you work out in the morning, or do you work out in the afternoon? And so I want you to write down these desires. Like, I desire to work out 3 times a week. I desire to do Pilates, consistently. I desire this. So I want you to write this vision, and then I want you to actually start doing these things as this woman, because you are this person, but you just have to start stacking these habits. And so what habit stacking is so you're just going to attach a current habit to a healthier habit that you want to adopt. So for example, wake up every day, you go into the kitchen to make a cup of coffee, right? So while the cup of coffee is brewing, you're gonna drink a glass of water. Right? Okay, so you already drink coffee every morning, but the healthy habit that you're going to start stacking with the current habit is drinking water. Drink half our body weight in ounces of water every single day. But what's imperative that you do is drink the water before you drink the coffee. Okay. So yes, absolutely. So now another example of that, of stacking the habit, is, you take a bit my tongue, sorry. You may take a lunch break every day. right? So now on your lunch, so that's your current habit. So on your lunch break, maybe you add meditation. You add a 5 or 7 minute 7 minute meditation. There are apps, free apps like Headspace, like
Yep.
Calm, right? Or you can just, there's YouTube University
Sure enough.
that have 5, 7 minute meditation. There's and so I recommend starting really small, like 5 or 7 minutes. But like the coffee is something that you possibly, I just use that one because, you know, it's America. A lot of people drink coffee. Maybe you're a tea girl, tea gal, but like, you know, the lunch, and then you're just gonna add, you're gonna stack the healthy habit
I
that you
love
want to
that.
adopt. But you want to do it consistently. Maybe set an alarm so that you can get the alert until it becomes habitual. Like things that are habitual and innate, brushing your teeth every morning. It's a visual. And then other things like making your bed every day. And so when you make your bed, it's just that's when you can stretch right after that in the morning. So I just want you to think of maybe write down 5 habits that you currently do, and then attach a healthy habit to that. And then that's how I want you to, those are the 2 homework assignments that I want you to do. So write down 5 healthy habits, and then write down the second homework assignment is write down the vision map, write down the values, the desires that you have. Like, you know, do you do Pilates? Are you a Pilates girl? You're a yoga gal. Like, do you strength train? Like, do you want to be like super strong and have the big old glutes? Or do you want to have like the Pilates glutes? Like, what is it? Like, you want to
Thanks. It makes a difference.
Do you want to get into creating smoothies, or do you desire to transition to vegetarian? You know, so like write that down, and then, you know, start doing your research. Like put a Pinterest board together if that's something that you're into.
I love this. And I'm trying to write into the comments as well so that we can like anchor this. So write down our 5 habits that we can stack our healthy habits on, and then create our vision. What did you call it?
Vision map. So because it's like, yeah. But so the important thing with the healthy habit stacking is like you want to like stack a healthy habit onto a habit that you are already currently have. Otherwise it would be too overwhelming.
Gotcha.
So it's like while the coffee is brewing, drink your glass of water. While you're on your lunch break, put your headphones in and meditate, you know?
I love that. And that feels so achievable.
Yeah.
Because again, it's not something that I have to think about. It's something I'm already going to do what I usually do. Right. So then if I have, for instance, I started sleeping with my bottle of water next to my bed so that when I wake up, I'll drink water, because I could go a whole day shower without taking a sip. It's bad. So I realized that. And to your point of that vision map, I was like, I want to be hydrated. Like, I want to be hydrated. So a part of that is making sure that I drink water, and then reminding myself to do that, or putting myself in a position where I'm able to easily achieve success and getting that done. I love that so much.
Sticky notes are the jam too, because we put what's important. My apologies, but like we put what's in front of. You can tell I'm sad. Okay, we put what's important to us in our front of mind awareness, right? So like, if you have kids, or like, you know, maybe whatever. Like we put stuff like on the fridge to like remember important dates. Maybe somebody gets engaged. Like, okay, cool. Let me put this right here. Let me put this, a sticky note. I gotta remember this. Put it on my desk. You know, on my office. So like, you know, if it's like a yellow or a green or a purple sticky note, just put the water there. Like whatever it is, but just, you know, you know yourself. You know like what kind of cues will work for you. Like whether it's that water app that'll make the little splashing noise.
Right.
You know what'll work for you.
I got one of those. I needed that.
Yeah. So I
I
really
love
hope that
that.
helped. I really hope that helped. But like writing the desires down really helped me. And so even like no matter how long it takes to come to fruition, to come to pass, to come to manifestation, and those desires down, it's something like once you read it every day, obviously for me, like I'm gonna attach some scripture to it, like God, you
Right.
say it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like if
Yeah.
if that's not, your jam, then like still writing these things down, you will see them come to pass.
Like you said, the manifestation, writing the vision, making it plain, right? It's
Yes,
a thing.
absolutely.
It's the
It sure
thing. Yeah.
is.
Yeah, and we definitely know that. So, I want you to tell the people what you have going on right now because I am like ready to get this going. I know I'm like, okay, I feel like I can do it, right? There have
Yes.
been so many times where it's just felt like I yeah, no. But I actually feel like in the way that you've described things, like I can actually do this and I can actually take on this homework assignment and really spend some time reflecting and journaling about what's going on. But then what, Coach Caprice? Because I'm gonna need some help. So where can we get the support as we continue on this journey?
Absolutely. I believe that without accountability, there's no consequence for your activity, and there's totally a difference between like somebody holding your hand and someone keeping you accountable. But it's just me keeping you accountable to the excellence that the standard of excellence that you set for yourself. My coaching program, Prayers Up, Way Down, is where we do just that. We keep you accountable to releasing physical and emotional weight through faith and fitness without dieting, right? So we're not going to tell you to not eat after 8 p.m. or, hold your nose and take a wheatgrass shot. But we're going to teach you how to eat well, right? And teach you how to balance that for something and in a way that suits your lifestyle. And ensuring that you are, making sure that you are exercising, moving your body, and practicing self-care, and not saving it for Saturday. So the doors are open.
I love it. I wasn't expecting that on the end, but I'm there for it. I'm there for the doors being open. So y'all, I'm about to drop the link into the chat here for the Prayers Up, Weight Down challenge. And the link is going to take you to where it says to apply. So let me put that in here for you. Prayers up, weight down. All right. So here's that link. I love that. I absolutely love the framing of all of this, right? Again, it feels very achievable. It feels, even in you saying give yourself grace in the process, because many times, we're just so hard on ourselves. And again, that goes back to the things that we need to release, the shame and feeling like we have to be perfect and all of that. Like none of that is really how God is designed us to be or wants us to show up in spaces. So really releasing those narratives. I see a lot of that in our futures, and then giving ourselves grace in this process, right? Choosing those 5 habits, making that map, and then joining a collection of folks who are moving in the right direction. It actually feels like something that can be achieved.
Yeah.
So tell me, if you could leave the people with one final thought. They came in late, okay? They missed everything. And they're like, girl, what is y'all talking about? What would be the one thing that you would leave with the people that you really want us to center in our minds, our spirits, and our hearts as we prepare to leave?
Pressure. Just kidding. Totally kidding. Totally kidding. So I just want you to remember that like it's just absolutely never late, like ever. The no excuse mentality isn't a phrase or a mantra. It's the way that you can rejuvenate your spirit to know that it's always possible for you, and self-care is not just for Saturday. Okay, it's for every single day that ends in Y. And I just want you to invite God into your wellness journey, because he cares about every single thing concerning you, including your wellness, including your wellness.
Yeah. And I honestly cannot say that I've ever given that to God, which is so interesting. Like hearing when you said that earlier, I was like, I don't think me and the Lord ever had any kind of interaction about this. Like you said, like, Lord bless my finances, Lord help me in my business. Like, but I don't think I have ever really submitted this to God. So I appreciate this framing and thinking of what that looks like to have God involved in our fitness and wellness journey. And I just want to thank you for your transparency, for your energy, and also just the spirit that you have of like, sis, you got this. Like we can do this, right? And we need so much more of that. We need those spaces where we're able to encourage each other and really keep each other accountable, like you said. So y'all, go to the link. It is there in the comments for the Prayers Up Weight Down challenge. You can go to excusefreefitness.com. You can find it there as well. That's the main site. And look around, y'all. There are testimonies on the website of people saying like they've been doing this for a week, and later they're like, oh my God, like it is really making a difference for some folks. So Sharnina said her takeaway today was reveal, release, and repeat, and asking myself, why do I actually work out? Yeah. Linda said, amen. God cares about everything concerning us. Yes, I'm loving that. I think my biggest takeaway and what I think I'm going to make, I'm infamous for affirmations and having affirmations all over. I think my affirmation that I'm going to add, Coach Caprice, is I got 30 minutes for me.
Yes.
Yeah. I got 30 minutes for me. I waste 30 minutes all the time. All day long. I have 30 minutes that I can dedicate to myself so that I can show up in the ways that is going to make me proud. So I thank you for that.
I'm so excited. Yay.
Yeah, I thank you for that. So y'all, our time is up. Coach Caprice, where can the people find you online? I told them your website. What about these social spaces, honey? Where can the people find you?
Coach Caprice, everywhere.
That was easy, right?
I know. Coach Caprice, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Let's hang out. Let's be friends. We're friends now.
Yeah. Oh, honey, we're family, honey. Just so you know, that's how it rolls over here. Okay. So you all definitely make sure that you run over, don't walk, run, power walk, if that's the happy medium, over to Coach Caprice's Spaces. Again, go to Excuse Free Fitness so that you are able to get connected. You all, Jennifer says so many gems. Thank you so much. Sharnina said, thank you so much. You've been a blessing. I agree. I often don't really know what to expect when I do these. And I'm really excited to just having gotten a shot in the arm, if you will, that is giving me additional boost in my step. So thank you for showing up in all of your greatness to impart this into our community today.
I so appreciate you. I appreciate this opportunity. It is always a blessing to be God's mouthpiece. So amen. I appreciate, and thank you for hanging out with us tonight, y'all.
Yes. So y'all, the conversation doesn't start here, y'all. People are going to watch the replay. People are going to be in the comments. So you can continue to tag people. You can continue to let people know about everything that we learned tonight. You can share the broadcast. We really want you to do that because, as Coach Caprice said, there are so many of us that are dying too young, y'all, and we really need to band together to make sure that we are truly living our very best lives. And that is what we're about here at Beautiful Brown Girls, is making sure that we are living our very best lives. So I also want to make sure that you're connected to us on all of our platforms. So if you go to our Facebook page, Beautiful Brown Girls, you can like us there. We also have a Facebook group named Beautifully Shaded. Our Instagram is Beautifully Shaded, and our Twitter is Beautiful Brown You. So we would love to see you connect there. And Coach Caprice Child, we might have to have you on again, girl, because listen, this is a conversation that we need to continue having, right? And I really appreciate, again, that intersection of faith and fitness. I'm about to sit with that for a little bit because that struck a chord right up in here. And I felt that. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Good.
All right, y'all. So yes. So we're about to get out of here, y'all. We will see you on Monday. We have our next episode of Brown Conversations with Sab and I, and then the week after that, 2 weeks from now, we'll have another episode of Brown Girl Boss. So again, for all of our first timers, please make sure that you connect. You can also connect with me at Kimberlyn J on Instagram. And y'all, let's encourage each other. Let's keep each other lifted. Let's keep each other in prayer as we take this on, whatever your fitness journey looks like. All right. So we will see y'all back real soon. Until then, go do your homework. Go ahead and make that list, okay, of those 5 habits, all right, and the vision map, all right? That's our homework, and we're going to check in and make sure that everybody has what they're supposed to have. All right, y'all, we getting out of here. We over time. All right, bye.